You know, big up family in the city of LA, you know.
Yes, Addis.
Yes, blessed.
Blessed love.
Yes, man, respect, brother. Everything cool?
Respect me, brethren. Everything cool?
Yes, man, everything good on this side, you know. We give thanks to have life for here, you know.
Yeah, give thanks.
True.
You know,
For
all
real.
the way from Brazil. A big
Yes,
fan
man.
of your father works, you know.
Yes, sir. Give thanks and
The
big up all the
maestro,
Brazil.
Augustus Pablo.
Yes, man. Big up all the family and supporters and friends and everything in Brazil, you know. Much
Yeah,
good love, you know.
you know, a lot of people here in Brazil love Augustus Pablo music, and
Yes.
so do they love your work.
Yes, man.
Carry on the legacy, you know.
True. Definitely. I look forward to making it there someday. You know, we just have to make it happen in that time. But, you know, I know it's a very big support coming from Brazil. I've realized over the years and knowing they love the roots, you know, rockers music. So we'll give thanks for that.
Brazil is a huge country, so
yes, humongous.
People from south, from the north, from the central part of the country, all over Brazil, they love reggae music and they love Augustus Pablo music.
Truly. And we give thanks for that, you know. We're going to continue spreading this and carrying these works for you guys, you know, and for the world too.
Yeah, that's great to know, brother.
Yes, man.
Tell me, what do you have in store for us coming from rockers? I know you've been working with your sister on a documentary, is that right?
Yes, we're working on a documentary about our dad, which will hopefully be released at least in some parts, you know, by the end of this year, going into next year. Also working on a lot of releases. If you notice that we started a Bandcamp for our dad, so that's augustuspablo.bandcamp.com. So if you search on Bandcamp for Augustus Pablo, you'll find a page where we've been uploading music like East of the River Nile album, Earth's Rightful Ruler album, King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown single, as well as Rockers Dub Story 90s. So you can check that out. So anybody wants to support, you know, you can check us out on Bandcamp.
Yeah, that's great to know, brother. Yeah, give thanks. It's a blessing. You know, great pleasure talking to you, man.
Yes, family, blessed. Here's the sounds of Great Hugh Mandel, you know, Great Tribulation. Again, pull it up from the top.
Hugh Mandel, one of my favorite artists ever.
So this is the voice of the Great Hugh Mandel, you know, song called Great Tribulation, which we all are going through right now in our Great Tribulation. So these music that's become more and more relevant every day. Rastafari, you know, mad. Great album, you know. Great.
Yeah, great compilation of singles.
True. Classic. The best, you know.
The best dub album of all
time. The best
times.
of ever time. The best of all time, you know.
No competition.
True.
You played recently in San Diego, is that right?
No, actually, I haven't been to San Diego in a little time, and last time was some years ago now. So it's been a while since I've been to California, actually.
Oh, okay. Because I have a good friend of mine that lives in San Diego, and he's always recording videos every reggae concert there is.
Okay, I know the person you're talking about. Yes, I remember him. I remember that brother. Yes, true.
Yeah, and I guess it was a tribute to the reggae legends, formerly Bob Fest.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You played a couple years ago, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I have a footage of that show. It was tremendous, you know.
Yes, man, great. You know what you could do? If you could even send me, because I actually don't even have no footage of that. So when we start talking, if you can email me like a clip of that, so I'll post it.
Yeah.
I got some footage online, but not much. So I would appreciate that.
Yeah. We have a whole bunch of clips of that show. So
nice.
I can send you. No
Give
problem.
thanks.
Yeah.
Mad. Yes, right. So this is the sounds of the great Earl 16, you know, for those can still hear. Changing world. Changing time, you know. Rockers. On the crackers.
Where you at now, Addis?
I'm in New Jersey now, actually. I've been here for some time. I was in Jamaica a few months ago, but I was actually I was coming here to prepare to go to Japan for a tour, but as you know, everything kind of, so I just been here pretty much since then, you know.
But you live in Jersey, or are you going back and forth?
Back and forth. I'm usually in Jamaica or here, like you know, in
Right.
between both places.
And your
Preferably in
sister?
Jamaica, you know, because the weather and the sunshine and the vibe. But I like
Yeah.
to go in between because I was actually born here in New Jersey, so I
Right.
have, you know, a lot of family, my mom and things up here too.
Right. And your sister also lives there?
She lives in. She used to live in New York, but she like relocated to New Jersey. So she's living not at the same location, but she lives in New Jersey as
Okay.
well.
Great.
What were you
Let
gonna
me ask
say?
about Hugh Mandel because Hugh Mandel is one of my favorite artists, and I
Right.
believe that he, you know, if his life wasn't ended so short, I believe he could become, you know, almost as great as Bob Marley. What do you
Yeah,
think
man.
about
Like honestly, Hugh Mandel was one of the most progressive youths because if you realize the amount of works that he did in his short time, if he was able to have lived, say, even 5, 10 more years later, you know, even up to this day, he'd have accomplished so much. And the sound and style that Hugh Mandel brought has changed the music format because he sung in a different, unique style, and he was also a DJ. So he was
Yeah.
really one of the first sort of sing J's and also singers, you know. So his style, and he was also a producer at that young age. So he was very ahead of his time for youth, being amongst my dad, learning a lot of things, and you know the Rockers International crew. So he was
Yeah.
he was a younger one for them, you know, like younger than my dad, and he was carrying these messages from an early age. And the songs he was writing, the messages he was bringing was from like 14, 15 years old, 13. So
Yeah, that's what amazes us because he was so young,
mm-hmm.
and the messages he brought to us with the help of your father on Africa Must Be Free by 1983, they are just mesmerizing. You know, it's amazing that such a
Exactly.
young, almost a kid, you know.
He was definitely, because if you listen to the most of the recordings on Africa Must Be Free, you can hear the youthfulness in his voice because his voice had
Yeah,
yet to like even mature, you know, like get deep or anything like that. So he was really singing a message of a way ahead of his age, you know, in the sense of it was like the message of a person 4 or 5 times his age group, you know. So
yeah,
and this
true.
message, as we know, listening to right now, continues to be relevant, you know, and will continue to be relevant until time, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, brother. It's amazing. You know, I'm a big fan of Hugh Mandel, and I know that your father was a major key in the development of his career.
Definitely, and they were very close, you know, because like I said, their energies and the chemistry was so good that they spent time together, not just their music, but just living together, chatting together, going to the mountain, going to the rivers, you know, eating ital food. So that's what make the rockers' music, I mean, amongst other things, so strong is the connection between the individuals, you know, making it like it's like family, you know, like blood. So
Yeah,
you can hear it in the sound, you know,
yeah,
the
that's true. That's true.
togetherness.
You can feel that
You
vibration
can
and that
feel it
connection.
exactly.
Yeah,
For real.
it's amazing.
What time is it there in Brazil now? Are we on the same time?
Right now it's 11 p.m.
Okay, not too far. Nice. Hour, it's like an hour ahead.
Yeah, it's really close. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
A lot of people from Brazil here on live.
Yeah, I realize that. Even normally when I do live, even on Facebook and here, a good amount of support that I see from Brazil, and even my
Yeah,
friends
and
and
a lot of people are saying that you should come to Brazil and make a tribute to your father works. You know.
honestly, like to be truthful to all the fans out there, like I'm open and so ready to do things like this. It's just a matter of having the right organization to, I guess, make it happen because I know there's a strong market yet there, and it's just a matter of, I mean, if it's musicians and music, I have that. It's just a matter of the promoter, or people like that. But if this thing clears up tomorrow, I would come the next day. You know, so Brazil is somewhere
Yeah,
that I've always, yeah. So let's
yeah,
make it
that's great.
happen.
You know, I have a web shop. You know, I sell records and I'm a
Right, right.
DJ. I don't produce events, but I have a lot
Okay.
of close friends that are producer. They always bring different artists
Mm-hmm.
from Jamaica and all over the world to
Right.
play here,
Mm-hmm.
and so maybe we can start working on that because
Yes, man.
it would be great
Let's
to
make
have.
it happen, brother. As I said, we have a lot to do, a lot of work to do. So it's a bit of a tough time now, and we have time to plan and prepare. So in this time, we can figure out how we want to approach it. You know, where, when, you know, what type of show, what artists, all these different things. So we have time to plan and prepare these things now. So when things clear up, Jah willing, we'll be on our way to Brazil, you know?
Yeah, that would be great, brother. I have a couple of 7 inches on rockers and a couple other labels.
Mad. Oh yeah, it says a later production.
Yeah, it's I guess it's 80. It's 84.
Yeah,
84.
man. That's like going into the digital era of productions.
Yeah.
And you can hear the transition with the instruments, but yet still these tracks even though hold a analog sound because the digital sound that they were using then is still more analog. I mean, more analog than we're using nowadays. So there were keyboards and stuff, but the sound is very much live and energetic, and you know, it's the rocker sound transitioning into the new era of, you know, music.
Yeah, because still in the mid and later part of the 80s, there was a lot of music still coming out of the rockers label, especially I guess on singles, right?
True.
And there's a lot of music that became hits in the digital era.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like there's a couple of one of my favorite tracks from Ruffy and Tuffy.
True.
Harm No One.
Yes, Harm No One. Yes, big true.
They are little known, and yet they are. I believe they are amazing talent. I don't know why their career didn't, you know, they didn't record as much music as they thought they could.
Yeah, man, definitely. Ruffy and Tuffy were some talented youths coming through the camp. As far as the style and the songs they brought, they did more recording, but like I said, it wasn't as much compared to most artists. So I think a lot of people didn't get to know them as much. But for who to give a reference point, if you watch the Rockers movie, there's a scene with Big Youth and the two twins, that's Ruffy and Tuffy. So they're youths who kind of grew up in music and grew up like amongst all the musicians, and just they've been, you know, artists from early, but they've just always been like growing with my dad, Bob Marley, you know, Big Youth, all them.
In the movie, they are making some
karate
moves. And
man, and them Adidas tracksuits, and I say that's Ruffy and Tuffy for the world who've seen the movie, you know.
Yeah, that's a classic scene.
For real. So Isis is gonna join me now because we're planning on starting at 10, but it's good that we got the link up, and we're definitely gonna keep the link, and we just give thanks, brother. You know, bless up all your family and the whole Brazil massive for me. All right, bless up to all the Rockers family. You know, it was great talking to you, Addis. Give thanks. Give thanks every time, but respect. All right. See you, brother. Bless it. Yes.